Hi everyone, welcome to Tanya
and Tiana
English.
Today we have the start of a new series for you, and I'm really excited to share it with you. It's going to be about everyday English phrases, some of which we've just heard, meaning we've talked about it or heard them in the last couple days, maybe even today.
So welcome back to our new series for you. Tiana was just saying that these are things we just heard the other day. One of my students recently said that Americans love that word just, and it's true. I hear myself say it a lot. And what we mean is it was very recent, within the last few minutes or within the last day or two. So let's get started with the 7 phrases we have to share with you today. Some of them are English phrases and some of them are idioms. Either way, I know they're going to be very useful in helping you to sound more like a native speaker. So here's number 1. Cut to the chase. I heard somebody say this just recently when they were talking about say something faster or let me know what you're trying to say. So if you're in a conversation with somebody and you're going on and on, describing every detail, the other person might say, cut to the chase. Or you may have also heard this, Tiana, get to the point.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Get to the point means pretty much the same thing. Another way that we can say a very similar thing is don't beat around the bush. That one's very, very similar, but what they mean is just say what you want to say and don't try to say everything that you know about it. Maybe it's something that's difficult to say, like if you have to say something to someone you love that might be difficult for them to hear. Don't beat around the bush. Just tell them right up front.
All right, number 2, I was actually just talking to one of my students about this. Someone who wears a lot of hats. And that means that this is a person who has a lot of roles, maybe in their job or as a volunteer or a student. They do a lot of things. They have a lot of responsibilities. And a similar phrase is, I have a lot on my shoulders. Meaning I have a lot of work to do, I have a lot of things to do, or maybe if something's worrying you, you have a lot that's weighing on your shoulders. But one thing you could say is, but I can handle it, so I've got it down.
In English, we often say things, but we don't mean it literally, like I wear a lot of hats. We're not actually wearing a lot of hats. We just have a creative way of describing that we have a lot of different things that we have to do. So,
although I do have a picture of you wearing 2 hats, so
that's true. Maybe we can share that with our listeners. Number 3, I heard a friend of mine say this just the other day when she was having a conversation with somebody, and she had so much on her mind, so many things that she was thinking of. She said, my mind was running like a bat out of hell. And so what we mean by that is I have a lot of thoughts. There's a lot of stuff going on in my mind. We don't mean it literally, obviously. Bats are little animals that fly, so they don't even run. But this is a colorful expression, or a creative, we could say a creative expression that people use. So if you often have a lot of things on your mind or so many thoughts running through your head that it's like you have a, start there again, if you, ready? So if you are like me and you often have a lot of things going on in your mind, write bat out of hell in the comments below.
Or even if you don't and you just want to say it, that's good too.
I want to write bat out of hell in the comments below. Yeah. I might write it in the comments below.
Very nice. All right, so number 4 is talking about having a lot of something. And I would say, I actually also told this one to a student today. And the phrase is, I have homework coming out my ears. Meaning that I have a lot of homework. Or it could be anything. I have books coming out of my ears, or
I have so much to do. I have work coming out of my ears.
Or if you buy a lot of something, or I have a lot of clothes coming out my ears, or whatever you have.
Exactly.
So yeah, and there are a couple phrases that are similar. One is, I have a crap ton of homework. Meaning I have a lot of homework to do. Or maybe a little more colorful language, I have a bleep ton of homework. So, if you have something coming out of your ears, let us know in the comments down below. But only figuratively. We don't need to know literally, okay?
So tell them what you mean by that, figuratively or literally.
So when we say something is literal, it's what we actually mean. So if I say, I have a lot of homework, that's what I actually mean.
Right.
But if I say something's figuratively, it's just like,
metaphorically or an idiom, it's not actually happening. It's not actually coming out your ears.
Yeah.
So we're speaking figuratively.
yeah.
Yeah. So what she said was, don't tell us if something's literally coming out of your ears.
TMI.
Like, yeah, if you've got stuff dripping out of your ears, we don't want to know about it. But if you figuratively are so busy, or you've got so much going on, or you have so many whatevers, tell us in the comments below.
Yep.
All right. Number 5, he didn't skip a beat. I heard this recently when someone was talking about idioms that have to do with music. And the reason this one has to do with music is that in music we talk about the rhythm or the beat, the timing of a song. Dun, 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 dun. And when we say somebody didn't skip a beat, we mean they were doing something quickly. So sometimes we use this in a negative way. So for instance, he left me with no money, and he didn't even skip a beat. Meaning he did it so fast I didn't know that it was going to happen.
Number 6 is, I don't want to go down that road. And I was actually talking with a friend recently, and we were planning on getting together for coffee. We chose one place, and I decided I'd rather go to another place. But I said to myself, actually, I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to deal with that or have to change plans. And I said, I don't want to go down that road literally or figuratively.
All right, number 7. This one was just the other day when I was watching a YouTube video about interviewing. And I left a comment in the comments below for that video that said, I used to teach interviewing, and this video is spot on. And what I meant by spot on is that this is a great video that is exactly right about what it says about interviewing. So try using the words spot on in a phrase and write it in the comments below.
Or pick one of our other phrases and use that in a sentence and leave a comment down below.
I think that's it for today. I hope that this was helpful, and we'll see you in another video. Bye.
Bye.